Maybe she got some friends. What's her name? What's her name? I don't know her name.
Hey, welcome to Velvet Puff Live. I'm Patty.
And I'm Zach.
And we have our very special in-house guest, Avery Jackson with PIT II PLATE BBQ.
Hey.
We don't have our buttons to push, so we have to make our noise without that. So again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we are so thankful for this platform so we can highlight our Black-owned businesses. And we'll just go ahead and start with what we're going to be smoking on tonight and talking about how Avery got started with the PIT II PLATE barbecue and catering business. So I am going to smoke a pina colada along with our J.F. Hayden's Tropical Distillery. This one is the citrus liqueur. So if you ladies or gentlemen are into lemon drops, this will be a perfect blend for your lemon drop. Avery, what are you having?
Well, I'm drinking Buchanan's Master Blend.
Oh, okay. Fancy little bottle here. And Zach, what are you sipping on? Oh, and the cigar.
Oh.
Okay, so Avery is testing out one of the cigars that I got from PCA. It's Henry the Seuss. Is the name. It's a Black-owned brand. Husband and wife. They have them hand rolled from Dominican Republic. Avery stated that it has a nice chocolate taste to it. So we'll give you another feedback toward the end once you get to the middle of it, to see if it changes blends or not. So they were established in 2023, so not too long ago. And again, like I said, this is a Black-owned brand. Okay. And Zach, what are you smoking tonight?
All right, so smoking, I'm doing a Rocky Patel Vintage 1990.
Oh.
And this week I'm doing just regular Maker's Mark. I think last week I had the Maker's 46 French Oak. So tonight it'll be regular Maker's Mark. That's it.
Nice cigar.
All right. Well, good stuff. So again, we thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna do a quick little icebreaker since this is Avery's first time here on the show. We're gonna do a quick little
cigar cherry.
Hello.
Oh no, okay. I hear what he's saying, but I got what you were saying. So we're gonna do a quick little icebreaker. It's cigar confession. Where I'm just gonna ask maybe 2 or 3 questions about your cigar journey ventures, and you just give us your best answer. No answer is the wrong answer.
That's the best.
That's the best. Okay. Here we go. So, let's see. Have you ever totally faked like you knew what you were doing with the cigar?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what did you do? Like, what? Give us an example.
Actually, back in 2017, when I started smoking cigars, it was like, act like I know what I was doing. I was at Churchill Cigar Bar.
Okay.
Sitting at the bar with my partners, we having a little drinks. Bar's pretty full. Lit the cigar. I'm trying to puff on the cigar. Couldn't get nothing. I'm like, what I did wrong? Everybody else smoke coming from. Needless to say, I said, man, how you smoke this thing? I asked my partner. He said, did you cut it?
Gotcha.
I said, cut what?
So you forgot to cut
I didn't know to cut it.
Didn't know to cut it.
So I totally faked it.
Okay. Well, hey, because some people I've learned they don't like to smoke it. They're rather chew on it.
They're rather chew on it.
Say, I just don't chew on it. So
me growing up, that's why I saw a lot of old folks chewing on it. And I don't see a lot of them chewing on it now like they used to. They used to have the little nubs in their mouth chewing on the cigar.
They may just hold it in the mouth.
Just hold it in the mouth.
Just walk
getting a good fix off of it.
Right. Okay.
I think
Forgot to cut.
we
Oh,
have
yeah.
a neighbor that walks around, and I've never seen smoke
Yeah,
come
I've
out of
never
his cigar.
seen smoking.
Exactly.
He
walks
just walk
the
around
dog.
with one in his
Mhm.
mouth all day.
Yeah,
I
he
guess
walks around with it, but
I
he
guess-
doesn't have it lit.
I
you
guess
know.
it gets a little nicotine fix out of it.
Yeah, I mean, and he's old and retired, so that might just be his thing. You
Yeah.
know, just part of his daily routine. Because every time I see him, he does have that cigar
Oh,
in
yeah.
his
So
mouth.
I guess
Come on
I
in,
guess
people.
that's a
Come
new
on
snuff.
in.
Well, see, my great grandmother, that's what she used to do.
My great grandmother did the
And
same thing.
when she spit that stuff in that can, I was
Yeah,
like,
she had a can right beside the
"God,
couch.
dog, and I picked that can one time. I said, what?
Oh yeah,
All this stuff.
that's
But
it.
anywho,
Oh yeah.
all right. Question number 2. What is your go-to cigar and why?
Well, my go-to cigars would be a Velvet Puff Barber Pole.
Know what to say. The best answer in the world.
That's it. So
You said the barber
I
pole?
love the barber
And
pole.
he is not a paid advertiser.
Not paid advertising.
This is a true testimony.
So, and why is that your go-to?
Well, I like the flavor.
Okay.
It's a medium, mild. They give you all different flavors in there
Mm-hmm.
in that wrapper,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
it's tight
Mm-hmm.
and it's smooth.
You heard that, guys? That's the barber pole.
That's it.
Have you tried the executive?
I tried the executive. I loved it. I love the executive.
Mm-hmm.
It was we tried it when before you got it on the label,
Mm-hmm.
and it hit just right, even though it's a full body, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a full body cigar, but it smoked like it's actual medium body
Mhm.
cigar.
Okay.
But it's I can smoke that. I don't like the full body cigar,
But you
but
can
I
smoke
can
that
smoke
one
the
too.
executive.
Okay.
Yeah, so I might be getting one tonight.
Yeah, you heard that, folks. You better get yours too.
Better
All
get it.
right.
While supplies last.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So our last question. Let's see. Last question. And we're gonna keep it easy.
Keep it easy.
Okay. What's the most bougie or laid back place you've ever smoked a cigar?
The most bougie and laid back place. I was in Miami.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
I can't think of the name of the cigar bar. I think it was David. Was it David Golf?
David Off. Okay.
Yeah, David
okay.
Off.
Yeah. Now that's a pretty
Yeah,
high-end
David Off is a
cigar.
high-end
Mhm.
It's a high-end cigar. I tell you what, when I walked in this restaurant, cigar bar,
Mhm.
I done seen the smoke. I was like, they smoking here?
Oh.
The ventilation was
That
just
perfect.
immaculate.
Hmm. So is it better than what is that Cigar Creations that we go to in New
New
Orleans?
Orleans?
Human creation.
Cuban
Creation.
creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it,
Now that's a nice cigar bar lounge. The ventilation is decent,
Yeah.
real decent.
so is that more the laid back one? I know you
The
said
one in
the
Miami
David
is
Off.
one laid back.
Oh, that's more laid back.
It's laid back.
Okay, so what's the most bougie?
That's the bougie one.
Oh, that's
I've
the
been
bougie
to.
one?
Yes, that's the most bougie one.
Okay, so all in one.
So
Yeah.
do you have to dress up to go in there?
Well, you had a lot of dressed up folks
Yeah.
in there. But I went in because I was there for a game.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, let me go check this out. I'm like, okay, it's
So
time
a
to
lot-
get up out of here.
So a lot of people talk about fellowship in Atlanta,
Yeah. we're gonna have
saying
to
it's
go
more
down.
of a casual, almost business attire
Yeah.
Yeah,
type.
they have
Yeah.
a dress
You
code.
know,
Dress code.
Yeah.
And I thought I fell off into a fellowship,
Yeah,
but I forgot the name of the one I went into off Peachtree.
yeah.
Went in there. I said, I called my brother. I said, man, look, I'm up in what's his name?
Cam
Newton.
Newton.
I'm in Cam Newton spot. Come to find out, my cousin. No, this is not Cam Newton spot here. But it was a nice cigar lounge.
Nice.
It was real smoky.
Mhm.
They had an upstairs deal,
Yeah, 'cause
downstairs
he has
VIP.
like a 2-part deal. He has like
Yeah.
a restaurant
Yeah.
and then he has the cigar.
And even looking
lounge.
at and I can see his ventilation being good, because even when you watch his podcast,
You can,
you don't
see
see-
any
see the
smoke.
smoke.
you don't see
Yeah,
much
yeah.
smoke.
and I tell you that to me it makes a cigar bar.
That makes the world of a
It-
difference.
Yes, it makes a big difference. So cigar bar lounges, get your ventilations together.
Yeah, well, that's on like a
Right.
bucket list.
Yeah.
For us to go to fellowship.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
Yeah,
I-
and
and I
because you're
think
family, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you gonna
before
come
you
along
get
too.
the first cigar, the first thing you should do is get your
Check your
ventilation.
ventilation.
Get your ventilation.
Yeah.
'Cause that could make or break the cigar bar.
It really
Now,
can.
some people like to sit engulfed in the smoke and
Yeah.
all that.
I don't.
Not
'Cause
me.
they gonna mess with my
I
hair.
got to find the nearest air pipe, the
I
nearest
don't
fan.
Right, I don't want it all in my hair. I don't mind going to lounges, and I don't even mind it being on my clothes when I go. But it's just the lingering of days and days and days of the smoke in my hair and all.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part I'm not.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
Yeah.
lingering.
Yeah, we
My
don't want
hair.
it in my
Yeah, you look like you had that problem.
So you did very well on
Thank
the
you.
cigar confessions. That's just our little icebreaker, and we'll be adding that in kind of to the
Oh yeah.
to the podcast. You know, just to kind of see what people think, you
Great
know,
deal,
what
great
their
deal.
experiences are, you know. Then we do have people that aren't cigar smokers,
Right.
so you know, it's just a little added thing
Oh, yeah.
that we're gonna try
That's
to
it.
put in there. But anywho, well, we're gonna dive on into who is Avery Jackson. We didn't even do our introduction for
Right.
you,
So
so we just need to
Ooh.
do an introduction. Just tell us a little bit
Ooh.
about yourself.
so this is like an autobiography.
Yeah, just give a little quick bio. We
Well-
don't need your Sunday Easter speech, but
You don't want that?
we just need a quick bio.
Okay, I'm Avery Jackson. I'm just a nobody trying to be somebody, but I'm still Avery
Don't
Jackson.
y'all let Avery fool y'all. Avery know everybody in Jackson.
I don't know everybody, but I know a lot of people.
Maybe 2 or 3 people.
Just
He knows
about.
a lot of
Just
people.
enough.
Yeah, he
Just
knows-
the
yeah,
right
he-
people.
What's
Yeah.
up, Fred? We
he
see
knows
you.
Just enough.
And
That's
just go ahead and tell them he's
Come on in.
a product of 601 Callaway High School graduate. Come on, just tell people
601.
about yourself.
Grad of Callaway High School,
Mhm,
94, class of 94.
mhm,
Proud graduate of Jackson State University.
mhm. Y'all know D.I. Love.
The I love, the one and only. 23-year vet, Jackson Fire Department. I have a welding business also. It's insulate security bars and doors. And I've been welding since, 96?
Mm.
And,
So if y'all need a good gate, a privacy gate, isn't that what they call?
yeah,
Mhm.
security gate,
Yeah,
security gate.
security
Yeah,
gate.
black iron,
Mhm,
decorative
yep.
gates.
Call Avery, we're gonna probably need you too.
Oh, well, you know I got you.
And close our trailer.
Uh-oh.
Because that's what they say, it has to be enclosed.
Oh.
There you
So we
go.
don't get the gate enclosed. Go ahead.
That's on the new coming soon.
Coming soon.
On the next episode of Heavy Puff Live,
HOA.
we will
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you how to get around the HOA.
Right.
That's it. That's it. So they say I'm a man of many hats,
Mhm.
firefighter, welder, and now my new becoming is trying to cook,
Trying to
trying
cook.
to barbecue
What
or
do you
smoke
mean
some good
barbecue?
meat.
What do you barbecue?
Well, you know, I guess I can. A lot of people say that when you gonna cook, when you gonna cook. So
Right.
I say, hey,
So they wouldn't ask if they didn't like it.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Because you know I love
unless they
good
just
old
like me
chicken
and just say,
wings.
let's make them feel a little bit better about themselves.
Well, no.
No,
You cook.
if it ain't good, it ain't good.
You're absolutely right.
That's just the bottom
Yeah,
line. I don't care if you my mama,
Hello.
my granny. If it ain't good, it ain't
I
good.
don't
Yeah.
use lighter fluids.
Oh, see, well,
Yeah,
that's
we don't
the
use
thing.
lighter fluid.
The people, you can tell when they use that lighter
Oh,
fluid,
man.
and
We-
you bite
course,
into it, and it's like,
We ain't naming no names, but there was a time when we went to an event and the guy turned an electric smoker
To
into a
a
charcoal,
charcoal
smoker.
smoker with lighter fluid.
None but lighter fluid.
I had that.
Yeah.
I had that happen to me one at a nightclub when I was going out back in the day.
Of the word. Here we go.
See,
Al, where you at? Al
Oh,
ain't
my
here.
God.
He of the world.
And oh my God,
Of the world shirts coming soon.
I asked for some chicken wings, smoked chicken wings,
Mhm.
and when I bit in that first bite,
Yeah.
None but lighter.
It's
number
low for
lighter
me.
fluid.
Mhm.
I think he was trying to rush the deal. The line was, long.
And the
Well,
Bastille.
and that
You just can't
and,
rush it. You
And
got-
we'll get into that. I'm
Yeah.
glad you
Yeah.
mentioned
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
get into all the preparation and,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff that it takes to give you what you want at the end of the day.
Mhm.
It's a
Yeah.
lot that goes into it.
It's a
and,
lot.
And even from a tailgate standpoint, for all my tailgaters out there that know the preparation that goes into tailgating for any game. Of course, we're Jackson State tailgaters, but for any event or
Any
just cooking, period, whether you're a caterer, whatever it is, it's a lot that goes into it. So when you name these prices, people have to respect your prices because the time that it takes to get this stuff prepared for you is you can't even get that back. So you got to get paid for it.
Yeah, I really don't think they understand that because it's a lot. When you say preparation, we're talking about that later now.
We can talk about it now.
Oh, okay.
So we
Yeah.
I'll definitely say because look, when you talk about preparation,
What's
oh
up,
my
Al?
God, it take a lot.
Look, I'm learning. Like
First of all,
I'm learning with this tailgating that
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
so let's put it into a timeline.
Okay,
So
let's go.
we're gonna say that you're cooking Saturday.
I'm cooking Saturday.
PIT II plates, cooking Saturday, opening at 11 o'clock. What does it take to get ready for a Saturday opening to have everything ready for 11 o'clock for the first customer that pulls up? Because as soon as they see the smoke in the air,
They stop.
they stopping by and say, y'all open?
Are y'all open? Or y'all
Right.
cooking for
And
somebody?
this
or
is
who
just
you
7,
cooking
8
for?
o'clock in the morning.
morning.
You know.
Sometimes 6:30.
Right.
So from Saturday to Saturday,
Mhm.
from the time we stop cooking, that's when the preparation starts.
For the next week.
For the next week. You have to say, okay, well, I sold this, I need this. Okay, I sold out at 12 o'clock today. but I had the same amount that I had last week.
Right.
So okay, I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna add something to it. But this time you got 30 more minutes added to that time.
Right.
But preparation starts when you shut the grill down, when you start cleaning up and say, hey, this is what I got to do for next week. Monday morning, you calling your vendors, trying to get your meat, the correct meat.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you get that, you got to go pick it up. Once you pick that up, you got to get it prepped and cleaned,
Clean.
seasoned. And it take a lot.
This just day 2. We ain't got it.
We ain't got to day 3 and day 4 and day 5 yet, because it's 7 days away.
Yeah.
So now you got to go make sure everything's cleaned up. Well, you're gonna do that night of. Once you get done, you got to make sure everything's clean. So preparation is like a non-stop thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Ongoing.
Mm-hmm. And like I tell you can laugh, but like I tell everybody, when we come to cleaning meat, every piece of meat we touch.
Yeah.
We touch every piece of meat, every feather. You see a feather, call me and say, hey, I saw a feather. I'm gonna get into it because
put that fell off, keep on touching.
well, I'm just saying,
But
we touch and inspect every piece of chicken wing. The feather is coming off.
Yeah,
it's getting touched. Some kind of way it's gonna get touched.
Every rib, that back membrane coming off of there,
it's coming off.
You know.
Yeah. So you got to put a lot of love into it to get a lot of love out of it.
Well, let's talk about Pit to Plate.
Pit to Plate.
What started Pit to Plate?
Well, we're gonna back up from Pit to Plate just a little bit. Well, we're gonna go Pit to Plate, but originally we started off with This Is It barbecue,
right?
And so we had an attorney pull up, one kin folks, which we got good people around us. Right. So they came up and said that.
So make sure you all are listening for this part right here.
We had the name, big labels on the trailer set up, real pretty nice. I mean, I'm like, oh man, who's gonna come out here, man? I'm nervous. Like everybody coming up, they see the labels, they stopping. I'm like, oh man, who did this? You had this done? Like, yeah, we had this done. What's the problem? You know, it looked good. I love it. It's attractive. I said, great. So the attorney pulled up, Ken folks. Hey, that name is trademark. I said, well, I got it. We ran through the state and everything, made sure that it was available. So it was available. So we was like, okay, so tell me about it. Let's sit down, let's powwow about it. So we talked about it, and then she was like, well, we might want to change that because they have a trademark. If you want to go bigger, eventually you might want to move, do other adventures. And they see that, and they might want to try to take all your assets. I said, well, I don't have many assets. So I got a friend say, think big. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe we might want to venture off and go big. I want this to be bigger than it can be big. Bigger than big.
Yeah, I understand.
So
want to be worldwide.
Worldwide. Yeah. If I can. I want to be
y'all hear
across
Mr. Jackson,
the world.
okay, let me know.
I understand. I'm right there with you.
It's just a vision that came to me and saying, this is it. So the thing was, this is it. When the first person bited into their rib or chicken, they said, man, this is it right here. This is it. It was a real catchy name. And I was like, man, I don't want to be Jackson Barbecue. That's my last name. So I don't want to be A&J Barbecue or AJ and Z Barbecue. You know, I'm saying, man, this is it. So, but this is it. It was short lived, but it was nice. It was catchy. A lot of people calling, and I was putting a lot of stuff out, which it was a great look. So, get to the Pit to Plate. Actually, our slogan was, from the pit to the plate is worth the wait. Okay. So I'm like, we puzzled trying to figure out a name. Man, okay.
Actually, we had that meeting right here.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, how about Pit to Plate?
That's catchy.
I said, okay. So cuz like, well, that's in the slogan. I said, well, that's in the slogan.
Because I was like, well, we saying Pit to Plate, Pit to Plate.
Pit to
That's
Plate,
too many Pit to Plate.
Right.
But hey, let Pit to Plate barbecue.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And so
it's still catchy. Still gives the same meaning that when you bite into it, it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
So
and it's straight off the pit.
Straight off the pit.
Straight off the pit.
So you come and say, is that ready yet? Not quite. But I tell you what, it's gonna be worth the wait.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that's how we came up with the slogan. Pit to Plate is worth the wait.
All right, well,
let's show you that logo while you're talking about it.
So you guys can see exactly what Pit to Plate.
So this is Pit to Plate Barbecue, Jackson, Mississippi. Pit to Plate, from Pit to Plate is worth the wait.
Okay.
That's it. So we are available for catering.
Okay.
And we had couple of people called just this week. Oh, I want to taste your meat. I said, that sounds kind of weird. Excuse me. That sounds kind of weird.
Taste your meat.
Taste my meat. I said,
This is a
okay.
PG-13 show,
Yeah,
guys. We're
PG.
not tasting
I
meat.
said, well, no problem. I said, Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, be there.
Yeah, and let us know where there is. What's the address where they can come to?
Well, we are mobile,
Oh,
but we will be at 3984 Terry Road.
Terry Road.
3984 Terry Road, Jackson, Mississippi.
I have some loyal customers that come away from North Jackson.
Right.
Okay.
Call and say, hey, you got me?
So can we go on record to say as long as it's not
As
raining,
long as it's not raining.
we'll
Okay.
be set up.
But
And unless they have other family events or
Events.
something going
Exactly.
on. Or they're being catered.
We're being catered.
So,
So
how far in advance would, if someone wanted to do a catering event, how far in advance would they need to
they come in preparation, but it just depends on if it's 50 people
Okay, the amount of people.
and
that come
under,
serve.
just
Okay.
amount of people.
Okay.
At least, I say at least a week.
Okay.
If that
a
long.
week in advance.
A week in
Okay.
advance, 2 weeks at the most. We will have a lit contract deal
Okay.
set up where you can
We
say,
see
hey,
Jeff,
we'll
what's
do
going on?
deposits.
Okay. Okay.
Because we've got to buy the product.
Got to buy the product.
Got to buy the
So
product.
let's speak about, since you talked about deposits, let's talk about the importance of deposits. Because we just talked about the preparation and what it takes. So you have to have a deposit because you may decide to cancel.
Exactly.
And we bought all this stuff for you to try to prep all this stuff for you. Then 2 days before you say, oh, no, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So what we gonna do with this stuff?
We're gonna knuckle up.
You know, so there, of course, I'm sure you can confirm contracts and all that stuff will be available for you.
Oh yeah,
because this is legit business.
very legit.
You know, it's licensed, it's all of that. So this is not just, it's backyard barbecue, but it's backyard barbecue with a legit business.
That's it.
Account and all of that stuff.
And we'll have a storefront coming soon.
Right.
So y'all go ahead and put y'all orders in because y'all know football season is coming up and everybody likes to tailgate and some people don't cook at their tailgate.
A lot of people don't cook.
Yeah. People don't cook at the tailgate. So if you want to have your stuff catered, you might want to go ahead and put your orders in now.
That's
Get
it.
on the book.
So I guess we can backtrack a little bit, and I think she tried to ask you that question before. When did you realize that you knew how to grill?
Oh man,
because I know you've done Girl Scouts, you've done stuff for the
Girl
school,
Scouts, Boy
and
Scouts.
all of that.
Yes.
So
yes.
when did you know that you had what it took
Well,
to please the people?
me growing up in Presidential Hills.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Let's talk about it.
Hill boy.
6788 Drive for the people. Okay.
James Garfield.
We got brother-in-law say you got him Saturday, you got him down for a plate.
Okay, I tell you this. I'm hanging out in Presidential Hills, kicking with the fellas, man. We can find a little old grill. We start put a little charcoal on it. Tastes like lighter fluid once we got done.
One of the little brown
Well, they ran
Little
from
Weber.
Joe's. Yeah, little
What do you know
grill.
Weber?
The
It
only
might
thing
have been
was
a
Weber.
It might have been a Fred's dollar
It probably
store.
from Fred's or a Woolworth for the old folks.
Woolworth.
So, you know, we go to the little store. I don't think they had Pick 5 then back then. So it was just like, man, let's go to the store and get some meat. I'm like, okay, let's go. We go get leg quarters, cheapest thing on the market. I don't even think we even cleaned the meat.
Got it
The
ranched.
fire gonna kill all
The
the
fire can kill all
You
of it.
got the range to
I
me.
think I probably got sick off of it. The lighter fluid and oh my God.
Salmonella is
I said,
real.
no,
y'all.
this ain't it right
You
here.
got the wrench to
This
me.
ain't it. So we started. I said, man, maybe we need to fry something.
Mhm.
So me and my buddy Damien, we used to have pool parties all the time. So we started doing catfish nuggets. He said we can fry some catfish nuggets. And I was like, the nuggets ain't it. That's the belly of the fish, ain't it? That's the cheapest part of the fish, catfish. So we get the catfish nuggets. We planted French fries. So I said, man, look, I'm gonna try the grill thing again. So we tried it again. Got some experts come in and say, hey, that's what you do right here. You put this in this little burner, you get your charcoals going, and you don't need all that fluid. I said, okay. So it tastes a lot better. The food was clean this time. We did legs this time, just regular legs, but you got to clean those too.
You got to clean the leg.
Got to clean.
You got to clean
Real
every piece
slimy,
of meat.
every piece of
So and I can go on and say I watch a lot of barbecue shows and I'm assuming that meat is already clean before they get to it.
Yes.
Because they never show them cleaning the meat on a barbecue show.
That's just a time process.
It is a time process because everything is time lapse.
Oh yeah.
So they're showing you 16, 20 hours worth of work in 30 minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
And that ain't reality. You ain't much you can cook in 30 minutes but some hot dogs, some sausage, and hamburger.
That's it.
You know, everything else gonna take some time if you want it done right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, going back to what made me think that I could
Or you
grill.
got your new employee.
My sister said,
Brother Shorter said he'll
that's
be
all
ready
right.
to work
That's
Saturday.
all right. He's still trying to learn.
He's still trying to learn.
Yeah, so he's still trying to
You
learn.
hear
this
that,
stuff.
Brother Shorter? He said,
Look
you
like the
still
old
trying to
folks say, I'm
learn.
trying to learn
Learn,
something.
learn,
I'm trying to learn something, but he won't listen.
learn with the T.
Yeah,
Learn
learn.
with the T.
Yeah, I can't learn him nothing.
So you hear that, Brother Law?
But
You still got the training wheels on. What
Yeah.
you saying?
yeah, he's still wet behind it. But it take a lot.
And there's a difference between, because Brandon is one of our number one supporters.
Oh
on-
yeah,
for everything that we do on
Everything
the
we do.
podcast, barbecue,
Even up
He was
there.
out in our studio
Now
last week.
He's Memphis born and raised, so there is a difference between Memphis barbecue and Mississippi barbecue.
it's a big difference.
It's a
Let's
major difference.
can we touch
between-
on that?
Let's talk about it.
Mississippi barbecue is where it's at, regardless you in Gulfport, Mississippi, or Greenville, Mississippi. Memphis barbecue, it's all right. Cause the interstate barbecue they got at Thomas says top 10.
Mm.
So what do you think is because of the sauce or because most of our
So let's
Let's
speak on
talk
the
about
sauce.
that.
okay, the dry rub we do more, you know.
Let's
we do
talk
dry
about
We don't
rub,
do
We
sauce.
don't do sauce.
right?
We
Okay.
don't do sauce.
So if your
Okay.
meat ain't if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned.
Seasoned.
Yeah, that's
That's
We don't do the
thing.
sauce. I have it available for you if you
if you
want
want
sauce.
it. Okay.
Because some people just won't.
Just want
Yeah.
sauce.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But
I'm more
when you-
dry
The
rub.
sauce kind of covers up the flavor.
The
to me.
flavor we have, the flavor that we're going to, and the flavor that we critiqued and say, hey, this is it. This is it. This is what we have.
Mm-hmm.
So let's stick with this flavor. I haven't had this flavor around here. So
Okay.
What's up,
And
Antoine?
we say, okay, you don't need no barbecue sauce with it when you eat that.
Yeah, I'm not a saucy girl.
So
I like it.
Because a lot of people will ask for you ain't got no sauce before they ever even taste it. Taste it
Right.
first.
Mhm.
No.
And then if you want to add
Right.
if you want to add
That's
it,
why we put it on the side.
but if the barbecue, the smoked meat we have is not dry,
Mm-hmm.
it's not burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
It might look darker when you do the pecan wood, but we're critiquing that
Y'all
as
heard
well.
that?
But-
Pecan
But for
wood.
those of you that know anything about smoking, it's bark.
Yes,
That's what that coloring is. It's
Yes.
the bark.
So,
Especially when you get into briskets and pulled pork and stuff like that.
but once you
That's a whole nother episode.
once you bite into it, you like, this juicy. Man, you don't need no sauce for real. I had a lady, she came and said, I eat all my barbecue with meat with barbecue sauce on.
Mhm.
I said, but you haven't tried this. I said, try this so we can sample the tips. Try this. This juicy. You
Mm.
don't need no barbecue. You really don't need no barbecue sauce. But then again, she said, oh, let me just get a little bit of sauce right
On
here.
the side.
Just on the
Because
side.
that's probably mental
Just a
thing.
minute thing. Yeah, so
Well, I mean, that's probably like the equivalent to if you go to a true steakhouse.
yes. You don't need
I'm not
no
talking about
steak
Applebee's,
sauce.
a
Yeah.
Longhorn. I'm talking about a real steakhouse.
Yes.
If that steak is cooked and seasoned to
For
perfection,
perfection,
you don't need
You don't
anything.
know A1, no leaf
Nothing.
for it. What a
'Cause
period.
to me,
sauce
sauce
That-
covers up
it's
everything.
so bougie.
Right. And sauce will
A1.
cover up your imperfections.
Exactly. And a lot of barbecue places, I'm not gonna name no names. They drown their meat in sauce.
Right.
I done had places I've been got the tips, and you're like, man, it's so saucy. It's
Mhm.
like then you take the salt trying to damp it off,
Oh.
the meat is burnt.
Mm.
You're like, oh,
It's a cover up.
it's a cover up.
It is.
So a lot of people put sauce on there to try to just add flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have had some ribs, and they're like, man, no sauce, and it tastes like it's just bland.
It's just
Mhm.
sauce.
It's just
The
sauce.
meat ain't seasoned.
Yeah, it ain't seasoned.
That's kind of like when you get into your franchises
Yeah.
like Applebee's or Chili's.
Yeah.
They just cook the ribs and slap the sauce on there and hoping that you like the taste of the sauce.
Exactly.
It's not the ribs. Yeah, the ribs may be tender. And of course, think about it. Applebee's and Chili's, they don't have grills.
They
Yeah,
have
that's true.
ovens,
They have
commercial
So
ovens.
this is
Commercial
oven.
grill
This
oven.
is oven baked
Yeah.
barbecue is basically what it is.
That's it. So most of them are already done. They just really heat it up.
Right.
Because they come in a little vacuum seal pack. Just throw it in there, get it right, bring it out.
Make sure
That's like
it's
So
Yeah.
we got somebody debating with you. He said all Memphians don't use sauce.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Huh? Sound like we got a challenge.
Okay. Well, so he's well, it's not really a challenge. He's just saying that they don't all use salt.
Yeah.
Well,
So what's your go-to? Who's
That's
question
Brandon.
is it? Okay.
Brandon.
So Brandon, what do you do for your when you grill or barbecue? What is your season or since you don't use salt, what is one of your main ingredients that you use? And you can type that in the chat. We can discuss that. Well, what's on the menu? So
Well,
give us the items that's on the menu.
right now we have the St. Louis style ribs,
Okay.
smoked sausage,
Okay.
rib tips,
Okay.
and what else we got?
Chicken
on there?
wings.
Chicken wings.
And-
Jumbo chicken wings.
And the wings.
Chicken wings
I
for you.
love the chicken wings.
Chicken
And
wings.
they're not talking about the drumettes.
No,
These are
no,
chicken
whole
whole
wings.
jumbo
wings,
chicken
guys.
wings.
So,
Yeah.
and what comes with, what comes on a plate?
On the plate, regular plate, we got two sides. You got a choice right now. You have a choice between your corn on the cob,
Okay.
potato salad, and our famous baked beans.
Famous, because we know female them baked beans. Okay. Famous baked beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean
Yes.
say Sean confirmed.
Last
Hey,
week we had
what's up, Sean?
had
I
a cousin
see
to
you.
come back and put
Appreciate
some
you
collard
logging
greens
in.
on the menu.
And I had the greens.
Collard
I
greens.
had the greens.
Had
Greens was on my plate.
Had a few callbacks say, "Oh man, these greens are awesome."
I did have some greens on my
Yeah,
plate. I sure did.
So it was new to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I couldn't say my cousin no.
Yeah,
That's
well,
bring it on.
In
Greens and
barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know you don't.
I see.
Well,
Yeah,
That is a lie.
if you want a well-balanced meal,
And
you
that
want
is a lie.
your carbs, your protein, and your vegetables.
Oh,
Who cares
That's-
about it?
that's-
Meat and bread. That's all you need, or meat only.
Uh-oh.
'Cause we
Okay,
done
that's
had
for the picky eaters.
how many kickbacks we done had with just meat and chips or
But I'm
something.
just saying.
We done had plenty of those.
Right.
Some people that want a balanced meal, and you have the greens, that is a great option to have.
It is a great option.
Yeah,
It's a
Need
great
some
option
fire.
because yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, my bad.
They shoot.
It's not the pistol.
Yo, I'm glad because I like
Yeah.
that.
So it's like, you have different people, different things for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's anything you do.
at the end of the day, we had got down to selling out everything. We had like one wing, a wing tip,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy
flap.
pulled up a flap.
I like the flap now.
So,
I already discussed.
I
like
thought
eating the
they,
flap.
normally I say, hey, we getting low, so let me know. So hey, we got a few wings, we got tips. I can make you a mixed plate, however you want it.
Mhm.
You got a lot of non-pork eaters.
Right.
So eventually we're gonna add the beef sausages. We're gonna do the
Okay.
beef ribs.
Okay.
But right now, just starting off, we want to
Okay.
put our product out there.
Gotcha.
So,
that's to me, you guys.
yeah, we're
What
going from
you gonna be
Smoked
expecting?
turkey legs.
Oh,
We'll do the
yeah.
whole
And
nine.
it's gonna be more to come.
There's gonna
You
be
may
more to
get
come.
fried fish, fried chicken,
Yes.
fried pork chop.
We might fry hot
So,
wings, all that. So,
Everything gonna be from somebody's pit to the plate, whether it's the pit of the fryer
or the pit of the grill,
or the pit of the griddle.
or the hot box.
It's still pit to plate,
That's it.
no matter where you get it from.
And the food is great, guys. Like I said, I enjoyed the greens.
Good,
I really did. So
That
I'm
you
not sure how long y'all gonna keep the greens going. But
Well,
I enjoyed
along
the
my
greens.
cousin, I got to show her that part.
Gotta put
Yeah,
her,
keep
gotta
the
put
greens
her on
coming,
payroll.
y'all.
And look, and not only just green, she had the cornbread too. I was like, oh
She
man.
did. She did.
She
have
showed
fun.
out.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, so
the juice for the greens. Yeah.
but
And
guess
for
what?
all
though?
my country bumpkins out there, we know y'all like to mix the greens and cornbread
Yeah,
and pick
yeah.
it up with your hands.
But I tell you what,
That's a southern thing.
yeah. Now we had smoked collard greens, so we did heat them up on the smoke.
Oh, okay.
So it was smoked. Then she had the good smoked meat in there
Yeah,
also.
it was good. It was.
Yeah.
But when I opened the box and I saw greens,
Oh, greens.
I was like,
Okay, then.
and they were good. So, cousin, keep the greens.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, for all my people that's just chiming in, we're talking with Avery Jackson, proprietor of PIT II PLATE BBQ,
Oh, proprietor.
Jackson,
Hello,
Mississippi.
bougie.
Hey,
Hello.
you gotta show them we
Yeah.
college educated,
Very
right here,
educated.
you know.
Mhm.
We ain't just
in the
folk out
words
here
of my
hustling.
famous cousin, I just look like this. I'm gonna let you think what you think.
Think what you think,
It is what it is.
and we gonna drink what we drink,
There you go.
Well,
That's
that
it.
is true.
smoke what we smoke. But
They
guess
talk
what?
about
We ain't
Jesus.
no
And
joke.
they did, and they
Huh?
sure did. And so you will be setting up this Saturday.
This Saturday,
Okay, this
weather
Saturday.
permit. This Saturday,
Weather permits. Okay.
come get your good St. Louis style ribs, chicken wings.
Yep, I love the chicken wings.
That's her nickname,
Yep,
chicken
and that's
wing.
my nickname, folks. From
Chicken
Avery.
wing,
It's me.
and some good baked beans, potato salad,
Mhm.
hopefully collard greens,
Yeah, hopefully the collard greens
corn
come
on
through,
cob.
cousin. Come
So-
through.
and more to come. More to come to the menu. Right
Okay.
now, they say keep it simple, stupid.
Okay.
So we
So
just want to
let's
keep it
let's
simple.
talk about pricing. I know we did introductory pricing
Yeah,
But now that the thing is expanded pretty quickly,
very quickly.
will we
Wasn't
be able to
expecting
see
that
that same price this Saturday, or is the price
The price has increased
The
because
price
of
has
the product.
right?
A lot of things have changed over the
The
month.
last couple
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Weeks.
A lot has
Were you
changed.
expecting, like, is this like what you were expecting it to move this fast?
Well,
or
It was
you
more
thought it was gonna be
of
at a slower pace?
it's more of like, okay, let me backtrack just a little bit on that. It was more of like, man, we'll have the kickbacks.
Mm-hmm.
We have some extra people come by, you know, but we feed anybody. That's what we do. But at the same time, oh man, this is good, man. You know, cuz he throw down on the rib. Oh, cuz he throw down on the chicken. Well, hey, cuz we sitting down like we doing now. I have smoking a cigar. Cuz, hey man, what y'all think about? Let's set up Saturday. Let's put some meat on the grill and just see how it goes. We had already came up with the name after we talked about it. We were like, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's put it into motion because back in 2017, I tried to get a building.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say no name.
No names on
So the guy said, "Hey man, you want this spot?" I said, "Yeah, man, it's a nice spot." I said, "I can get this building behind me and put my welder shop here. I have my grill, the smoke shop here."
Okay.
He said, "Yeah, that'd be a good idea." So I said, "Man, what you want for it?" He said, $1,200 a month. I said, "Oh man, that's a good price." I said, "Okay, I can deal with that." He said, well, let me know what you like." I said, I'm ready when you're ready." He said, okay. He came back. He said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll have to do a 7-year lease.
7?
I said, 7 years?
7-year
I said,
lease.
man, I said, hold up. Did you say
You done bought it.
7-month lease or
7
he
years.
said 7 years.
7 year, $1,200 a month.
I said, hold up. I
12
said,
times 12.
I said,
That's $14,400 a year.
That's my math, man.
7.
Yeah, he do the math.
Yes.
Times 7.
Yes.
You done bought that bill.
I done bought it 12 times. So I said, I'll tell you what. I said, I can see 2-year lease. Even if I'm just trying. I'm kind of going this blind.
Average commercial is 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. I said, give me a 2-year lease. I said, if this don't work for me in 3 months, I can go home, go sleep, wake up, and pay you $1,200 a month for the duration of this lease. I won't feel bad because I know I still can use the building to do something. You know, 7 years. So that kind of broke my spirit, and I was like, well, you know what? I got my welder business going. I'm good. But we steady putting meat out, steady, feeding everybody, putting here, going here. People call, hey, man, can you do this over here? Can you come grill for me? I'm like, yeah, we grill for you. Yeah, I can come over there. We'll do it. Then the school start calling. We feed the kids, feed the teachers, feed the football team, cheerleader team, volleyball team.
So what he's doing now, guys, for those of you all that don't know, he's naming everything that his kids were a part of.
Oh yeah.
Kids, nieces, nephews, everybody.
Everybody.
So he's like the super dad.
It smells good. Tastes
to all the kids that need a extra father. This is Super Dad Avery Jackson. So that's another hat that he wears.
Yeah.
So and that's just a part of being family oriented. We're big on family over here, and nothing else comes before the family. So we're gonna take care of them first. And we adopt people every week now. That don't mean come on and try to come on in.
That's it. Don't come on in.
Right.
Yes,
No.
I tell you what, I got a cousin. She'll tell you in a minute. F the family.
Oh.
I'm like, huh?
In some cases.
In some cases. But I love my family.
Yeah.
I do anything for my family, as long as my family appreciate it.
So since he mentioned family, this is family. He's more like a brother. He's a brother cousin. So he's been a part of the Robinson family for the last 30 years. 30, well, a little over 30 years. So we're not trying to put an age on him.
Oh, yeah,
but he has a milestone birthday coming up this year, and we plan on turning up. But he's been a part of the Robinson family.
I'll be the new
for
25.
over 30 years.
Well, I'm 21.
That's it. The new 25.
So that just shows you. And if for those of you that are watching that knows anything about the Robinson Jackson family, you know that we like to do things together. We do things often. We see each other a few times a week. Hell, I'm at his house probably every other day, or he's over here every other day.
Oh yeah,
that's just what it is, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah.
Well, so will you be selling any plates during Jackson State tailgate?
No.
Okay, so we put that out there now. People
No.
don't be calling
No, we're
him.
not.
Somebody we got get a plate.
Right.
He's not
Well,
doing it.
So and speak on why you won't be selling plates. It ain't that. I'll let you speak on that.
Yeah,
I don't want to
go
talk
ahead.
about
And
it.
we have to
Yeah,
put that
yeah,
out
you.
there.
Oh,
why you won't be selling?
Oh well, we when we tailgate, it's more just off, not family and friends. You know, we
Right.
come together, we put our stuff together, and now we got a lot of food, and somebody come by and say, "Hey man, you selling plates?" No, I'm not selling plates, but you like to donate,
Right.
or say, "Hey." I say, man, look, I give you 2 pieces of meat, I'll give you ribs or whatever, 2 sides. Just give me $10 donation because they paid for that.
Right.
Product to be here.
It's just about being fair.
It's not about pit the plate then.
Right, and the reason I asked,
But you will be able to taste pit the plate barbecue
and
during the
that's
time.
what kind of the segue I was going to.
Yeah.
Even though you won't be selling plates, people can still taste kind of what you'll be
If they come and donate.
If they donate. If you donate, guys.
So we're not selling.
You just need to make a donation.
So for all you JSU officials out there, we're not selling plates at tailgate. So don't try to come and assess us with a vendor fee because we're just regular tailgaters like everybody else.
They tried us.
Well, we have a tailgate. You know, we have our little tailgate.
Right.
And everybody put in every week. Or we try to do the once a year.
Mm-hmm.
It worked 1 year. Then the next year, you have the late comes. I can't get into everybody's finance. I can't tell you what to spend on you. I can't go in your pocket.
Stuff happens.
Life
be life.
And there be times I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm ready to go to the game this week. Ain't got a ticket. I'm just the process. Like, I need to stay out here and watch this right here.
Make sure stuff don't be gone by the time you come back out.
That had happened before. Going to the game. I love going to Jack State Long. Go to all the games.
Right.
Come back out. We got a whole cooler of shrimp gone. But then that's when you go into the games, you got all the freeloaders come around with friends, sit around, they eat you out, drink you out, and hey, you come back, they know where to be seen. But you're like, man, I just know I had a case of this.
So case in point, just last year, I don't know what game it was, because it was a home game. I had a couple people just sitting there watching, waiting to ask.
Yeah.
Y'all giving food away? How much the place costs? So of course it's a collaborative effort. So I can't say selfishly, all right, throw me $20, let me give you something.
Yeah.
I had to make sure it's okay with everybody else before I give this stuff away or sell it or whatever the case may be. Because like he said, everybody has pitched in something. Whether you put the time in, the money in, whatever it is, everybody has put something in to make this effort be what it is. So we can't just give this food away. So for all the folk that just come out to the tailgates looking to get free food, it don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
We talked about the preparation part of it in the beginning.
Don't be a freeloader.
Y'all not there on Friday nights when we setting up everything, or early Saturday morning before the sun comes up when we putting all this stuff together. Then you come up at 12 or 1 o'clock and you're not going into the game, but you thinking you can just walk to everybody's tailgate.
That's what they do.
And give them what you got. It don't work like that.
So a lot of them do. They think it works.
They
like
do.
That. Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the tailgate people and those that are watching that do it, they have armbands, they have whatever, so they can signify who are their people.
Right.
Hello. Hello.
We like
what's put a fence around mine.
You might have to put the red rope around it, but
we might have to.
But that's just what it is. It's a lot that goes into it.
It's a lot.
And you have to respect the people that put all this stuff together.
That's it. It's not just AJ's tailgate spot. No, it's not my tailgate.
Right.
This is my family. This is my friends. This is my partners. This is my buddies. Everybody's a collective.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And usually the person that hosts the tailgate spends the most money. So let's just be transparent about that. The people that set the tailgate up, they spend the most money. Although we may not say 25 or 50, I think for my little group we do $50 a week or $50 a game if you're not bringing something.
Yeah.
So we usually ask $50 or bring $50 worth of something.
Yeah.
Because we know you're gonna have a guest and this, that, and other, but don't let your guests be 10, 20 other people that weren't a part of this initial.
And let's speak on that too. Now, we can move on. I love new people. I love the people to come and bring your guests because hey, that's your people. But don't let that guest come over here and have no 2 or 3 to-go plates trying to take away. I don't do to-go plates.
No.
I hate bringing to-go plates to any event we go to.
Right. So the idea is you can eat as much as you want to eat while you're there.
While you there. And at the end of the night,
when it's time to wrap it up, then if we have anything left.
If it's time to wrap it up,
right?
If you can stay there and get that plate, you can stay there and help us wrap everything.
Exactly.
Because
it's a lot of work,
yeah,
guys.
So let's move on from that. I'm about to get real sensitive.
Oh man,
I done cooked on the grill all day. But I tell you that. Well, I tell you what, my cousin gave me a lot of relief this year and last year. I cooked. Yeah, my cousin.
Shout out to Taiwan.
I'm good. Cuz, go ahead. Enjoy
Shout out
yourself.
to Taiwan.
Yeah.
So we ride. I'm saying, okay, I'm good. So at the end of the night, hey, I'm ready to clean up here. I see people walking away, walking this way, walking that way.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I see where this going, but that's all right though.
But I thank the people that help us when we get ready to do
Right.
the break, the sit up, to be me and
That's
so
all good.
I was like,
But I understand it takes preparation, everything.
It does.
Everything
If you want it to be done right,
Right.
and you want everybody
and if
to
you want to have a good
experience.
time,
Yeah.
It does take a lot of work.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I get it.
Did-
We
did-
solid fun.
Did Brandon comment on the
Brandon, we're waiting on your comment, love.
because I want to see this about this Memphis thing.
he just said all Memphians don't use sauce, but he never said what his recipe.
Yeah, I
is.
wanted to know like what is his seasoning that he uses.
Well, I know what he used, so we ain't worried about that. Don't even put yourself out there.
What is your 11 herbs and spices,
Hello,
my guy?
I just tell you what you use, the kitchen cabinet.
Uh-oh.
That's it. That's what he used, the kitchen cabinet. Everything in the cabinet.
Well, in Brandon's defense, he's still employee in training.
He is.
Training. So
That's
he's
my
gonna
And
be-
it's trial and error.
that's my little brother.
You have to start. You have to start somewhere. So
He's gonna get it.
for me, I think my very first time grilling for myself was in college. I had an apartment. I bought one of them Fred dollar store 12, 18-inch square
the
grills.
hibachi grill. Huh?
Yeah, the little square grill. At that time, Pick 5 was just coming out, so Save a Lot had the Pick 5, and we would dollar up on the Pick 5. So for college students back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, we didn't have a whole lot of money. So if we could all get $5 together to get this Pick 5, where you can get your pork chops, your pack of chicken, your pack of sausage, and whatever the other 2 items were. And
you know them 2 items were
what?
a case of beer.
Oh no.
He didn't drink. He didn't drink.
Did
you?
I drank. I may not have smoked, but I did drink.
Okay.
What's up, JOA? We see you. We see you, man. Appreciate you coming back as always. So JOA, we're gonna catch you up a little bit. We're talking with Avery Jackson of PIT II PLATE BBQ, Jackson, Mississippi. And we're just kind of talking about how he got started and what goes into being a successful barbecue entrepreneur. But Pitt JOA is one of our newest members. He supports us. He's bought some cigars from us, and we appreciate you chiming in.
Yeah, we still waiting on Brandon. So it's fun, but
and of course, we're not making this a battle of state.
Oh no.
But we do know that there's your Kansas City barbecue, there's your St. Louis barbecue, your Texas barbecue, your Mississippi barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has their own aspect of what barbecue is.
Oh yeah.
No one is greater than the other.
No.
It's just what your preference is.
Because I know I might not have the best barbecue out there, but I know it's in the rank.
Right.
And my thing is like it comes to asking for it. Hey, it's something about it, you know.
Because one, like you said, one thing about it, I'm not gonna ask for any more if it's not good. That's just
it.
me.
That's it.
I'll tell you straight up. It was all right. Or it needed a little more seasoning, or it's too salty, or whatever the case may be.
If you see me ask for a to-go plate or put a paper towel on top of it, I'm gonna eat this at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ate though.
I'm full as a mug.
I mean, you know.
I ate before I got here.
So for all my to-go plate fixers, don't fix your to-go plates before you get your regular plate.
Hello.
You know, if they ain't here, they might not need a plate.
Yeah,
might not need one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's that for me. Yeah, it's that part for me.
Yeah.
So JOA said he's not too happy with ATL barbecue. They smoke their food. Smoking is good, but is it overly smoky? That's the question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want clarification on what you think about the smoke aspect of it, because we're smoking food here.
We're
too.
smoking, yeah.
So, but there is a such thing as over smoking.
Oversmoke,
You can
yeah.
have too much smoke, too much wood.
Yeah.
You don't want to overpower the seasoning,
The
with
seasoning
the smoke.
with it, yeah. You just want to let
Smoke is just the
flavor.
first couple of hours of it. After that, it shouldn't be that much smoke.
And I don't want to tell my secret of smoking meat,
Mm-hmm.
but you use your good wood to smoke your meat with.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you got to know how to critique it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because a lot of people you can see them put 12 blocks of wood in there.
Okay.
And you got different flavors of wood. You got your oak,
Mm-hmm.
you got your hickory, you got your apple wood, you
Pecan
got
wood,
the
peach
pecan,
wood.
peach wood.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your like say hickory and everything.
Mesquite, all that.
Mesquite.
Yeah.
But you put a lot of wood in there. If you just put it in there, a lot of people gonna put lighter fluid
On the wood.
on the wood. You know.
So when you do the wood, because I'm just asking for myself, not for a friend, because I don't smoke. I like to eat.
Okay.
So when you're putting the wood in there, you just light it. You're not adding any extra to it, or
you don't have to add any extra to it. Just pretty much you can get your igniters. You can use flame, you know, to burn it.
Okay.
Actually, you really want, you know, I was about to tell my secret.
Well, don't tell me secret. I mean, I was just asking, just because I know there are different types of wood.
Secrets can be sold for only
they can be sold.
$19.99. We can tell you what the
And I
secret.
just asked because I know I've assisted that with
Oh,
the smoker.
Yeah.
And you know, he'll say, you know, he'll have the wood in there and he'll just say, you know, pour this little dry, put this amount of little chips in there and put this on, and you know. So I didn't know if you put anything extra on it.
No, you don't put anything extra.
So when you all are asking about the smoke, because I know like people use like that liquid smoke.
Well, that's the ones that use the commercial grills. That
Right.
More like the restaurants.
Okay.
So JOA does have a question.
Okay.
Let's go, JOA.
JOA, to me, it's a difference between meat on the grill and smoking the meat. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Grilling is a faster paced cook.
Yes.
Smoking is a slower paced cook. So with smoking, we say low and slow.
Low and slow.
That means you have more time. You're not rushing it. And to put clarity into smoking usually takes place between 225 and 275.
Exactly.
Anything above 275, you're grilling.
Yeah.
So
you give it more of a crisp to it.
Right.
When you grill
so if you're in a hurry, you got a birthday party for the family, whatever.
You know, you put your meat on the crock pot.
You pretty much steaming in the crock.
Yeah.
A slow steam.
So to answer that question, JOA, there is a difference between grilling and smoking.
It is.
Grilling is just a faster paced thing. But with the grilling, you have to watch it a lot more.
You got to watch the meat.
Because that heat can be so hot.
That's it.
That you constantly have to move the meat around.
And that's when you got to put your barbecue sauce on there to cover it up.
If you burn it
If you burn it up.
So back to Brandon. Brandon says, let me get it up here. Brandon says, hey, I'm Memphis, but I'm Jackson, Mississippi, baby. I'm a fan.
What's up?
But you still didn't tell us what your thing is.
What's your thing, Brandon?
We accept all new converts, but tell us what makes Memphis.
Yeah.
Or what makes Brandon Shorter Barbecue.
Elaborate.
Yeah,
because you have a family to feed, and I hope they're not eating it just because you made it. If it ain't good, I know my cousin will tell you.
Well, I can't speak for my
baby girl.
Okay, go ahead.
He can grill. He can throw down.
He can grill. Okay.
Yeah, I had to learn him though. Like this, I had to learn him.
and let's talk about that.
He can go.
It's a lot of times people critique that's not doing the grilling. They always say, well, if it was me, I would have done it this way.
Right.
Or I wouldn't have done this like that. Or why you do this like this. So when people have their own style of grilling, you have to let them do whatever they're going to do.
Exactly.
And just step out the way.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you come down and do what you do, because it allows us to sit down
and watch and watch. But he already know we're going to critique him real hard. Just because we love him. Yeah, I tell him all the time, if I ain't love him, I wouldn't mess with him.
JOA says one of my favorite barbecue spots in Chicago is called Mississippi Joe's. Never been to Mississippi, but them barbecue turkey tips is fire.
Well, you should definitely come
to
Mississippi.
Tips.
Oh yeah.
You should definitely come to Mississippi.
Well, JOA, just to put things into perspective, most of the people in Chicago
Migrated
are
to
from Mississippi.
Yes.
So everybody left Mississippi to go
Migrated.
north
To work the
to,
factories.
to the factories in Chicago or go to the East Coast to go to Michigan and all of that stuff. So 90% of those people are from Mississippi. Everybody in Chicago definitely has somebody
from
in
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
So that probably is true, authentic Mississippi barbecue.
That's it.
Okay.
They got to bring that flavor to Illinois.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Oh, yeah.
we don't get a lot of credit for a lot of our stuff.
Oh,
you know,
a lot.
Because they are. When we talked about that last week, we're always labeled as the bottom of everything, the last to do everything, the last to get everything. But you actually have to come here to experience Mississippi for yourself.
So, Jay, you definitely need to make a trip to Mississippi.
That's it.
You definitely need to come.
Don't knock it until you try it.
For a tailgate.
JOA say his granny is from Holly Springs. We know what Holly Springs is.
You know he know about them Turner Greens.
You definitely. Now you see Mississippi for real. That's right close to Memphis. Right where Rush College is, all of that good stuff. So yeah, we know all about Granny. Granny got some good stuff going on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, Brandon said he loves barbecue seasoning and rubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And a good dry rub.
A good dry rub. Yeah.
And a lot of times it's about creating a seasoning.
That's it.
You know, of course, a lot of these big time barbecue people, they claim they make their own things. They do this, that, and the other. But I did watch a show because I told you I watch them all the time. And one guy was like, I just use a seasoning somebody else already made.
Yeah.
Because they've already worked out all the kinks.
That's it.
And I just use it and maybe add a little something else to it. So for me, I try a lot of different seasonings. And if it works, I remember what it is. I write it down, but I'm not scared to try something new.
Something new.
But I don't try it on every piece of meat. I try a little sample pack of meat with this seasoning and use my regular season on something else. And I see how they like that seasoning. And if it's okay, then I incorporate that into the
go back to
so he can get him a rub bone.
Just like the first day we went out, you know, we had we tried the ribs.
Right.
Like you seasoned a couple slabs of ribs, I seasoned mine. We had different flavors, and you really didn't know. We mixed it up. It was like, okay, we got this flavor. We had, I like to critique. Be real.
Well, because you want to be consistent.
Yeah, very consistent.
Like
so okay,
you want to be consistent.
Very consistent. That's the thing, consistency. If you don't have that, it's like, man, last week it was like this.
Yeah.
Right. And last week it was like this. Oh man, it tastes better. This it's salty this week.
And
one thing we don't use a lot, we don't use salt.
Well, that's good for the high blood pressure.
We don't use salt.
Right.
So high salt content, we don't do it.
Well, that's good. Yeah, because everybody can't have that salt.
Exactly. But I tell you what, you're gonna think of all kinds of salt in it. Oh man, this flavor right.
Right.
Yeah.
So. And there are thousands of flavors out there that have low salt content or no content of salt at all.
Exactly.
So it's just about so you guys need to bring that barbecue and them cigars to Atlanta.
Well,
food here, not all that and overpriced.
Well, tell us when we need to come. We are local.
I see they have number hot wings. It's the hot wing state.
Atlanta's the hot wing state.
Okay. Give us your suggestion for a hot wing spot in Atlanta.
Oh,
we gonna be going to Atlanta.
They on every block out there, just about.
Well, we are planning a trip to Atlanta, so we'll definitely be getting up with you when we are making that journey. And maybe you can take us to a couple of spots out there when we come. I mean,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna be up to eating. I love to eat.
Brandon say he missed the question. You still hadn't told us what your seasoning is. That was the question.
What season do you use, Brandon, when you're grilling?
So since you like Mississippi barbecue, has Mississippi barbecue influenced your Memphis barbecue style, Mr. Shorter? And my boy Al says, bring that barbecue to T-Town in February. Tuscaloosa.
Oh, Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
That's just a hot.
I'll tell you what. When I first went to my roommate from Tuscaloosa, and we went out there for Greek Week one year. He took me to this barbecue spot called Dreamland.
Dreamland.
I know you know about Dreamland. Now I went to the old one. I didn't go to. I think they franchised it now. So I went to the original one, and man, I tell you, I didn't want to come back to home to eat in the barbecue. Here, it was good. I went. Let me see. Me and my family went. We went to Atlanta for a family reunion one year. I was bragging on this barbecue. I said, man, we got to stop at the Dreamland. We got to stop. Oh, I say the name, but anyway, I said, we got to stop here. We got to stop here. We stopped there. Went in there, smelled good. I said, this ain't the same Dreamland. That's not what it was, what it used to be. You know. I said, well, I understand they franchised it, and also I went to one in Birmingham, Huntsville.
Okay.
They had one in Huntsville. Now that's the one I really like. Oh no, this is not it. I got to go back to Tuscaloosa.
Dreamland is an Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, but they
originally in Tuscaloosa.
The original little hut they had. Oh man, hands down, that was the best barbecue I ever had.
And most hole in the walls, most rundown shacks or whatever it is, that's where you're gonna get a lot of your best food from.
Yes. So
of the world. Here you go, Al.
Oh yeah.
Al, she's on it.
Hello.
When she was of the world.
Hello.
When I go on a late night pork chop.
Oh yeah.
I would go to Cup.
You know, we
have the best pork chop sandwich.
We getting a lot of calls now for late nights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
People coming out from the club down to the
but I made that nickel, so you know that I'm 25, so you know I can't do the 25 no more.
It's hard to stay up late night now.
Yeah, so much going on in the world.
Right.
You right. You are
so
right. Well, I just said that was back in the day, and I was much younger. But yeah,
maybe in a controlled, right? In a controlled environment, we probably.
If you're a part of an event that happens to run into the wee hours of the morning, that's a different situation.
Big difference.
Yeah. Well, that was like I said, when I was of the world, I wasn't scared of nothing. I probably wouldn't even go.
Yeah. But the older you get, the wiser you get.
Yeah. I wouldn't even go
and I'll give a shout out to Dixon's that had stood outside of Free Lunch and had a little food truck with them good pork chops.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I didn't eat fish, but I did get a good pork chop at 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best
with Dixon's Fish House.
Oh yeah.
You know, best eating at the club. You know, dance all night. Your hair sweating.
You used to dance.
Man,
they dance, man.
Boy, I told his knee up.
Well, let's not talk about me. I got my brace on now.
Story how his knee got tore up.
Yeah.
Brandon say he can't tell all his secrets. We don't want all of them.
Thank you.
We just want some of them.
Please don't.
We just want some of them.
Yes, indeed.
Al, he always said this is the Of the World podcast.
Okay, that's it.
Well, Al, the thing about it,
everybody was once of the world.
But I'm an open book. I don't have any secrets that I don't mind sharing. Yes, I used to dance back in the day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I still dance. Now I ain't got to put my boots on the ground.
The pop, lock, and drop.
I'll be glad when y'all come out with the next song because I'm tired of them fans flapping with the boots on the ground.
I don't want to hear that song no more.
Y'all have made that guy his money. If you talking about a one-hit wonder, boots on the ground is it.
Yeah,
and I'm glad he made his money because of course down south trail rides is what it is. Right.
Be prepared.
Well, we have our own music on the trailer, so
that's it.
Because I was gonna say, you know, if you get booked for any type of trail ride, so is there any job that you just won't do?
Well, I won't say I won't do. As long as it's in a controlled environment, but the thing is about being in a controlled environment, it's like you really don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You really don't know.
Right.
Because it's controlled until they get out of control.
Right. It's controlled until the drinks get to flaring and the left hand cigarettes get to flying.
Exactly. So I can kind of relate that back to with my profession with the firefighter.
Okay.
You know, everything we do is controlled until they get out of hand.
Right.
And we get a lot of people say, "Oh man, y'all firemen don't do anything but sit around, go to the grocery store, wash your cars, and
shoot pool,
and sleep all day." I said, "Well, that's a great thing." Because guess what? Did I come pick your mom about the floor last night?
Right.
At 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. When you sleep,
right?
We go to everything. We go from
they're true first responders. Before the police get there, the fire department is there. And if you know anything about JPD, it may take them an hour or two to get there. But the fire department will be there in 10 minutes or less.
And y'all please bear with the 911 system. It's sad. But
well, I know because I called 911
and they never came.
From my house, and they never came.
They won't.
I guess they said that wasn't an emergency enough.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna pray about our city and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna get
better.
But
you know what? It's not just here. It's
everywhere.
It's everywhere. So,
but a change is about to take place. So
so we're gonna pray about that change.
Yeah,
we're gonna pray. Just pray for our city. Yes, yes. All right, so where we at?
What you mean?
I just messed with. Look, I said, I'm about to get sad about the city.
Oh
talk,
no,
because
no, you can talk about something.
I love my city.
And I do too.
I love my city.
And I tell that to anybody that has moved to Madison County or Rankin County, because I have family members that have moved out.
That's
And
part
I
of the
tell them,
problem.
I said, well, see, y'all made it out. But the people that still here, this is the stuff that we have to endure with our mayors and councilmen and all that.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna say they made it out. We're gonna say
they still had to come through here.
Yeah.
Well, some of them don't.
We're not gonna say they made it out because we actually we can made it out also. We just wanted to be here in our city because we love our city.
Right.
And this is home.
You're right.
And the thing is, what hurt me so much when you drive out to a simple stop sign, you look left, you look right, you got to pull out a little further because you got shrubs, you got bushes, you got. I mean, you can't see. And then because we didn't talk about the red lights. You pull up like I just saw a bad accident today.
You got to sit there. It was one right here on
Broadway. It's sad. You go down on just the interstate.
Yeah. They
just cut the grass last week on the interstate. I said, I guess this the Easter cut. No, then I thought about it. I said, they about to start
election.
Right. And that's when you start seeing streets
stuff
get
done.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Going on.
And that's a nationwide.
That's a nationwide thing.
That's not a state of Mississippi or
not,
Jackson, Mississippi thing.
I guess we can get off the political thing.
This podcast is not about politics or religion.
Yeah.
So we're about promoting black excellence.
For you, Avery, is since you guys are mobile,
how
far are you willing to travel?
It depends on the money.
As far as the money resides.
Where the money resides.
So when you're doing, I guess kind of like with us, if you're going out of state, there's a booking fee or
it is a booking. Everything we do is a booking fee.
A gas fee,
all that. And also, and not only just that, we have to if we got the crew, 4 or 5 people, we want every one of them have their room.
Okay.
Because it depends on where we go. We won't be cooking all day. And it's, oh man, look, I'm too tired to pull this trailer back here.
Right.
You got the houses. All this is gonna come in the deal. So
but,
we have contracts.
Want to put that out there. So you guys that are having events out of state and you want that good old barbecue, you want pizza place to come to Atlanta and serve us some good old.
It might cost you a little. It might cost you a lot, but we'll come.
Well, that's why I was trying to see how far you guys go, for its services.
Yeah,
So Al said they do the same thing in Chicago. So you just confirmed what I was saying. It's a nationwide thing. It's not just Mississippi. It's not just the South. When it's time for people to get reelected or get elected or whatever, you start seeing stuff get fixed that they ain't been fixed in 50 years.
That's it.
Yeah, so they can say, well, I can fix this one thing. Let me fix something else.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand that a 4-year term is not enough time,
to
fix some of the stuff that's been bad for 40, 50
but not
years.
8.
No, not 8.
Well, not 8.
But hey,
8 can make it great. If you say,
let's stay out of this.
Like,
y'all
anyway,
you put me in some I need to be in. I guess I started it. Jesus, that's all night flight.
The city employee, we're not trying to mess up his checks.
Well, we ain't gonna worry about that because I can handle them part.
Employee.
Yeah, I love my city.
And you should be able to speak your mind about the city.
Oh yeah,
about anything,
all the time, anything.
Yeah, we don't need
anything.
right here.
And those of you that know me, no, I don't hold my tongue when it comes to certain things.
I can say that. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just plead the fifth on the
Yeah. So hey,
what questions, guys? Y'all ain't sent us no questions or nothing. Look up, we're at an all-time high of viewers. We appreciate all 10 of y'all.
Hello, I like that. And you know what? I feel bad because I'm working all day today.
That's okay. But the good thing about it, for those of you that are watching, we always say, please like, subscribe, and share to somebody that's not watching.
That's it.
Yeah.
We appreciate you all that are watching it live, but we want those to watch it later on that can't get on here live because we know Wednesday is a busy day for a lot of people. Bible study is the main thing, all of that stuff. So, but like I said in previous podcasts, it doesn't matter what day we come on, it's always going to be a bad day for somebody.
Yeah. But
we appreciate y'all that chime in on the day that we do it live. Well, your support is very appreciated.
Well, I'm glad you came, baby. I don't get nobody from the crew to come in.
I know, and I'm missing my crew, so we had to come back.
Yeah,
and,
of course, you know,
You know, I got to shout out my boys.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
Mr.
you
Robinson,
come back anytime.
Zachary,
Yeah,
Antoine,
anytime.
Rick.
And of course, like
and-
if you are having any events and stuff, like anything that's
Oh, yeah.
coming up, just let us know so we can, you know,
Oh,
let
yeah.
the viewers know, or you want to
Okay.
come back and,
Cool.
and talk about, you know, a big event that you may be having, so you can get people to come out. Just, you know what we are.
So again, we're talking with Avery Jackson, sole proprietor of PIT II PLATE BBQ, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
Huh?
I know,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Just add all
So
the big words.
we just put that logo up there so you can see what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
From PIT II PLATE is worth the wait. We can't wait to bring a plate to your city, your town,
Hello.
your state.
Yeah, that
I'm
sounds
ready.
like, I think we should do like some kind of tour, a cigar and
A cigar and
and
a double smoke
A
tour.
double
That's
yeah,
what we're
double
gonna call it.
smoke tour.
Like, what's double smoke?
Let me
Smoke meat
now,
and smoke
now,
stoves.
now I'm thinking. Let me
Hello,
get my
put it
brain
together.
together.
Let's
Don't
go.
be
Let's
surprised if you see Velvet Puffs right next to PIT II PLATE selling cigars while they selling plates.
Right, because you
Hello.
got to eat before you smoke.
You got to
anyway.
eat
Hello.
before you smoke.
Hello.
I'll be thinking of that, Avery.
Hello. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, guys, we thank you all for tuning in.
Oh,
We're
we
gonna
think
keep
about
it
that
short
cigar.
and sweet.
I love it.
We love it.
Yeah. I
So
love it.
again, Avery is smoking a Henry Doe. What is it?
Put your
Daisy?
glasses on
I
now.
don't have my glasses.
I'm gonna pass it over. Let me read it for you.
Pass it over.
Yeah.
I might can't see.
Yeah, it's Henry.
Oh,
Just-
I see why you had a problem with it.
Uh-oh.
Henry DeSouza.
I'll say Henry DeSouza. Henry DeSouza cigar,
Mm-hmm. It's black owned.
black owned,
Mhm.
established in 2023, same year Velvet Puffs was established.
Uh-oh.
So that lets you know that black people are doing great things. But in order for us to do greater things, you have to support what we're doing.
We got to support our own.
So of course, we talked about that on a previous podcast about bringing that Black Wall Street back. The only way we can do that is if we stick together, because it's millions of us out here that have several things that we know how to do. But let's bring it back together. When they say you can't buy this building, go build your building.
Go build you one.
Or get
That's
together with a group of people that can help y'all get that capital together to get that building.
That's
You
it.
know, it can be done. If you got some ideas on your mind, write them down and get them into fruition. You know, because we all about speaking things into existence over here.
Got
you know.
to.
Affirmations and meditation.
That's
There
it.
you go. Well, let's not forget about the haters.
Yeah, well,
Do we
hey,
need to
Haters
talk
gonna
about
hate.
those?
you know, listen,
We got to have them. I love them.
I got a theme song.
I
We
love them.
appreciate you,
by
Al.
AQ.
I
Al
love
said this
You
is
can hate on me.
a great podcast.
I
and
love
Al is one of our
That's
number
my
one
thing.
Hate
viewers.
on me.
Yeah. It's,
But any questions you need to ask, go to the person and ask.
Appreciate you,
yeah,
bro.
don't assume anything.
Don't
Just
assume.
take the ass out of it.
Don't assume. Just ask.
Because a lot of people make up stories and believe the stories they made up.
That's it.
So if you want the truth, ask the people that's doing it.
That's it.
Yeah, that is true.
Can I tell you what it takes? Hustle and heart.
Yeah.
That's one of the mottos.
Yeah. Well,
Hustling hard and
Hustling
money.
hard.
yeah.
That's it.
So we talked about the price going up, and let's touch on that before we end. What kind of prices can we expect in the weeks to come for PIT II PLATE BBQ? So
Well-
of course, when we first started, we had some introductory
Special plates.
special plates, $10 plates, just to get that taste on your tongue. But of course, we all know that food is expensive.
Very expensive.
Everything dealing with food is expensive. Gas is expensive.
Preparations
Just
are expensive.
Preparation is expensive. And
Timing.
the most valuable thing that anybody has is their time.
That's it.
So if you don't pay for anything else, you have to pay for these people time to
That's
do
it.
what they do, to give you what they want you to have, to give you that experience that they want you to experience. It's worth it.
Very much so. That's why we try to put a lot of love into it.
That's it.
So what are the prices looking like?
Well, like you said, we started off with the $10 plates,
Mhm.
special plates, and actually you had your 3-bone ribs and 2 sides, and also when we first started, we would get a drink with the
Okay.
plates.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we done ran this like for a little over a month,
Mhm.
and so now the prices are inflating because now we're gonna add another rib bone,
Okay.
still your 2 sides,
Okay.
then
So you get a little extra.
little extra, yeah, you get a
Okay,
little extra,
okay.
you know, more of an
And
introduction.
not only that, let's talk about the real part of it. You have a food truck now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's an
Expenses.
expense.
Yes, very much so.
So in
expensive.
order to present this stuff to you on this food truck, there is a cost. there is maintenance, there is upkeep, there is all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like any other business that you do. You can start off one price, and there's always that phrase that prices are subject to change without notice.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Well, we giving notice.
don't be surprised when the price change. You came last week. Well, last week was $10.
Yeah, that was
but this week is $15.
But guess what though? We're gonna have that PIT II plate special here and there.
Right.
You know, here and there, you know. But the prices will change. We have like I say, the wing plates. We'll run them up to maybe $12 still with the two sides.
Okay.
The rib plates, you know, right $15 with the spare ribs and extra bone.
And that's
It's still average.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a good price because we'd had a lot of customers come up to the window. $10, that's it.
That's all.
Right.
That's all.
Expecting to pay more.
Expecting to pay,
Right.
you know, expecting to pay more. And I'm not trying to go up right now because a lot of people ask. No, I didn't say $25 for a
Right.
rib plate.
Right.
I can easily say $25, $30 for a
Yeah.
rib plate.
Right.
I'd have seen prices.
Yeah.
But I'm not based off that. I'm like, look, okay, let's put love into this meat. Let's sell this product. Let's get this out. Let's get it to the people. Let them, hey, you tell a friend if you like it, hey, send your couple friends over. If my cousin say, hey, man, call 5 of your friends, tell them just come by today and support us. And that 5 come by and support us. That's another 25 people. They tell 5 more people. You know, they had this thing going around about this tree or this river, in the river, the water, you know, about to let you pay $25, you get
you talking
$200.
about this?
Yeah. So it's the same concept. Now, I don't want to say the other thing why I was trying to distract my spare rib.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was in the world. So we're gonna leave that part out. So you break down things to add more to
But
it.
the cheapest thing you can do to help anybody out
It's
support them
That's
and
it.
share their
share the
information.
information.
So
Share the love.
you know, I still haven't reached 5,000 friends on Facebook. I don't know why after how many years, but for the 4,000 plus some people that I have on Facebook, if each one of y'all just shared the post to say there's a live going on, and if you watch my page, I share all of my other friends' business.
That's it.
I have photographers. I'm a photographer as well. I share their specials. I share their pages. I have other cigar friends. I share their pages. Any other events that's going on in Jackson, it's not hurting me to share what's going on. It didn't cost me nothing but 2 seconds to hit that share button.
That's it.
For other people to know what's going on. So that's what we got to get to, share and let other people know what's happening. That's the only way we're going to get it going. That's the only way we're going to get it growing.
That's it. But I tell you what, we talking about sharing. I know he was just on, but I got to shout out my boy TC.
Oh yeah.
Taste the can.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Hey, he's on point with that season.
We're gonna have to get him to do him a dry rub if possible.
Oh, yeah.
And he did talk about doing herbs and things like that,
Yeah.
but
he came out, he support.
he did. His friend called me and told me that they did stop by and got him a plate.
Oh yeah. So hey, that's what it's all about, you know, putting your next person on.
Right.
You know?
And again, that goes back to what this podcast is all about. Yeah, we're smoking, we're drinking, but the biggest picture is we're supporting Black-owned businesses.
That's it.
And bringing awareness to people that you may not even know exist.
That's it.
So this is a very new company. What you about a month in now, as far as official business?
Official, yeah.
So officially a month old, and we want to keep this thing going. We don't want this to be a one and done type thing.
Oh no.
We want to keep it going. So this will be a local name from here on out. You know.
And once again, I'm not trying to compete with y'all barbecue guys right here. Now, if you want to get down, we can get down now. Talent. But no, it's not, hey, I'm trying to outdo this guy, outdo this person. Hey, I'm trying to put some good product out there that everybody asks about. And if they're asking about it, if they're telling about it, it's a good product. I'm not trying to say, hey, don't go across town here, come to me. You know, hey, but yeah, come try me out though. Go try them out too. And guess what? I haven't tried them out.
And on a weekend that they may not be available, he may say, well, we're not open today, but go
try such and such.
And that's what you should do.
Share the love, you know. And you know, that's like I'll tell a guy came by today, he's a lawn guy. Man, I started off doing this with another guy. He started doing this and I started on my own. I said, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I said, you got a million lawn guys right here. Guess what? They can't cut all this grass.
Everybody
just in Jackson alone. In one neighborhood, they can't cut it off.
Just Jackson alone, what we looking at 175,000 people?
Have it dropped since then?
Huh?
Have it dropped?
It may have, but
and drop.
You know, at one time we were over 200,000, but right now I'm gonna say on average we're at 175,000. but that's just Jackson.
Yeah.
But Jackson is always considered to be the metro area, which is Rankin County, Madison County, and Hinds County.
The county.
So if you add the other 3 counties, you still over close to 300,000 people, a little over.
Exactly.
And one person can't service all those people.
No, one person can't do it. So whoever out there, put your good product out there, whether you're welding, cutting grass, taking pictures, washing cars. Hey, we'll support our own.
So our educator, Mrs. Jackson, wife of Mr. Jackson, says she just purchased the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Looking forward to the bigger and better days ahead for the success of all family businesses.
Hello. Get your mind right, little girl.
She couldn't have said it any better, and I think that's a good way to end this thing.
There you go.
Well, we want to thank you again, husband, for coming and hanging out with us.
I'm glad y'all invited me. I was so nervous. So you see me over here stretching my hand like, what's she gonna ask me next? You know.
Well, we just glad you were able to come out and just do what you normally do.
Yeah.
On
I'm glad I didn't get tongue twisted up in here.
No. I mean, when you're talking about what you love and what you know, it's easy to say.
Easy.
Yeah.
And again, nothing scripted here.
But I can say I do want to shout out the crew.
Shout out to crew.
Love my crew. My crew. That I hope that I wish they would came through. But we'll get them in.
Well, yeah, you guys are always welcome. So
and a lot of our guests that have been on, they'll probably be back again.
Oh yeah.
And it's not because we don't have other people that want to be on.
Oh yeah.
But as updates come, as new events come about, as new ventures come about, we're gonna bring them back on and tell them what they're doing good in the city, or what they may be doing in the city near you.
That's it.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you next time.
Remember to keep it puffing.
Bye.
Maybe she got some friends. What's her name? I don't know her name.